Hello and welcome to today's BoldTrail Academy, where we're talking about squeeze pages. Squeeze pages. John, what do you think about squeeze pages?
It's nothing like a good squeeze.
There's nothing like a good
That's
squeeze.
how I would say it.
Hey, so when we're talking about squeeze pages, what we're doing is continuing the conversation from last week where we were talking about landing pages. The landing page, as we defined it, was the idea that you're asking someone to register with you in exchange for something of value. This week with the squeeze page, you're giving something of value. And you'll see that there's a couple different ways that we do this, but by giving out that something of value, you're trying to get that client to register with you. So that's the intent this week, and we're going to look at that. Before we get into that, what I want to do is encourage you, if you haven't gone to my BoldTrail Academy, gone into the classroom, and gone down here to the 12-week lead gen series, I have the first 2 weeks there. Week 1 is the essentials for just getting set up. Week 2 is the landing page, and you'll see week 3 pop up today. That's on the BoldTrail Academy. Go in there and watch it. I don't know what my view count is yet. But I hope to have a viral video because that was such
In the millions.
that's right. It should be in the millions. Looking at the community again, right here, I launched the neglected database campaign. So 70% of all agents out there don't effectively market their database. 70%. So what I did was I went ahead and created a smart campaign specifically designed for you to go in and market to your database. Fall on the sword, apologize, admit you haven't done it right, but move forward. John Olson and I worked together to put that campaign together, and the token is right down here. And so if you need a refresher on how to upload and use the token, it's also in the BoldTrail. I don't have any likes or comments on this, but I'm introducing it here to say, look, go in there and download that campaign, add it to your KV core. Then when you upload your database, now you have a campaign specifically for neglected database. John, your thoughts on the neglected database campaign?
You know what? If only one thing comes out of you even looking at it and copying it over is the fact that there is a way to reach out when you know you should have been. They aren't thinking about that. They'll just be happy to hear from you and then there's an apology involved.
There is.
You got to set them up to understand that you'll be sending them more information, which means you need to let them know, gosh, I should have been doing this sooner. Here I am.
And John, what this is really about is building relationships.
Right.
And we're going to keep coming back to that because that's a theme that we continue.
If I can interrupt though,
100%.
These are people you already had a relationship with and you let it slide. And I'm as guilty as anyone. We've talked about that.
Myself as well.
So when we sit around a table and we realize this, yes, we have been neglectful.
Yeah.
These are not new relationships. They're relationships we didn't kindle. So we need to keep them going.
And kindling the relationship, I'm going to brag. I'm going to brag for myself. I've had 3 inbound calls this week to list property. I didn't have to interview for these. These were inbound calls. Alex, I'm ready to list. Great. Let's go do it. What's our next step? I used, who was our PCAR speaker last week?
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith, the scripting on that, I'm gonna break that scripting down. We're gonna put a campaign together for it. But I used some of Matt Smith's scripting to really push that conversation forward. I set 3 appointments to list property this week, and all 3 of them are the result of using KV Core religiously and getting my messaging out. So to that point, also in the BoldTrail, I have blog content. I blogged about Trump's executive order, market forecast, wildfires. So get the messaging out there. If you don't like my blog content, find the right message. But the important thing is to blog. You got to blog a couple times a week to get the messaging out. So that's my review. Like I say, go to the school platform. I have 1 membership request right here. When I get this up to about 90, it's going to switch over to a subscription. I'm just trying to build it. And so really, if you guys really like the content and you want to help me, go in there and interact with the content, please. Like it, comment on it, use it. I want to see it going out there. When you're blogging this stuff out, why don't you send the blog to me? I want to see it.
Nice
You know,
idea.
so I'm putting the effort in. I'd love to see you guys go in and do the same. So what we're doing is building relationships. And so let's get to what we're talking about this week. And the basis for what I'm talking about today is permission marketing. Permission marketing, it's a book I read a couple years back, and it really was it made a lot of sense to me because what we're asking for as agents is permission to market to them. Give me your information. I'm going to give you something of value. I'm going to build that relationship. When you go in and read this book, he relates it directly to Amazon, and permission marketing is how Amazon became the biggest retailer in the world. So I highly recommend it. I'll go ahead and put this link in the discussion. And like I said, it was a very powerful book for me as a realtor. I guess the only thing I kind of struggle with is that I feel that we only really have one product, and that's real estate. But I believe that we have much more. We have all that education we can give. So as we go through this, what we're talking about is permission marketing and building the relationship. So let's jump into it. You can see here, this is my dashboard. I always start from my dashboard. I go over here to the engine. It's your lead engine. You can go to all tools, and you can see squeeze pages right here. You choose your domain and you log into it. Now, there's several different types of squeeze pages. See the market report squeeze page? Right here, I created the market report squeeze page. I did a video on it this morning, and I'm pushing this out on all of my socials. It's a 4-minute video of me highlighting the market report. Okay, I'm not going out and trying to create my own. I'm not trying to do anything more than just push the resources out that I have. I don't want to complicate my life. I'm just using what I have. And so within this, I also highlight Sacramento County, Placer County. I'm throwing Zen lists in the video and assume list, assumable properties. So all of that's in there. I'm pushing it out. And this morning, John, I saw a Facebook post, anonymous, on one of the community sites, pages rather, and they were looking for a real estate agent. Hey, can someone recommend a real estate agent? Well, I just done my market update. So I said, hey, I'd love to interview for the job. Here's my market update showing I'm an absolute expert in our local real estate market. And I also sent them my Google business page. I've put the work in. Will I get the interview? I don't know, but at least I was able to reply with some good content.
You know, I would back up for just a moment because all of us know, I think these days that video is becoming more and more important. You're not out about the town doing video, are you?
No, but I need to.
But here's my point. You've got 3 inbound leads that you're now working
Correct.
without having done that.
That's a good point.
So I'm impressed.
That's a good point.
Most of us we don't really have the urge to get out and walk the community like maybe we should, but you're doing it from your office and you're being effective. So I just wanted to congratulate you on that.
And here's the thing, Steve got me to read Atomic Habits, Steve Hillier. And when you read Atomic Habits, you realize that atomic habits are not huge things that you develop and have to tackle. It's not like you're calling me saying, hey, I want to do a 100-mile bike ride with you, Alex, not having trained for it. What it is learning how to do small things each day that get you to the point where you can join me on that 100-mile bike ride. And so that's what I do, what I have been doing. I didn't realize I was doing it, but just making these videos. Are they the best quality? Is my forehead too shiny? You know, all these different things.
Yes.
I don't really care. What I really want is just to get the messaging out there, and that's the traction that I'm getting. So back to the squeeze pages. The market report squeeze page is what I used in that video. Now, John, when you do a squeeze page, we've gone over this. Let's speak into the best practice for using these.
Are you referring to the type?
Yes.
Yeah, we have talked about this quite a bit recently, and we will continue to, that there's so many avenues of business and real estate. We all want to think about, where do we want to focus? When you focus and you're laser etched into something,
Yeah,
you'll hit the same community of people wanting what you have to offer.
that's right.
So if you look at squeeze pages, it can be multifamily, it can be business, court, and there's all kinds of various options within KV Core, but what are you trying to target?
That's right.
Okay.
Who are you as an agent? So let's get in here. Everyone's always wants to know, hey, how do I do this? So let's go in and let's search a location. I'm going to go Lincoln area. And I'm going to go Roseville area. And let's go Auburn. And I'm going to go Auburn area. Now, take a minute here, guys, and just look at Auburn. The point I want to make here is that when you type in Auburn, it'll populate all of Auburns that are being fed in from the IDX. So you want to make sure that you take a minute and choose the right one. I'm going to go Auburn area because I'm just getting the whole area, not just a specific zip code or city. Listing type, I'm going to go with single family. I just typed in the S. I'm going to go condo, and I'm going to go townhome. Okay. Now, I could get into style, I could get into price range, square footage, all of this. But really what I want to focus on here are my options. And in this case here, I want to choose an option for 55 and over. The reason I'm doing this is because if you, John, want to be a 55 and over specialist, well, now we're going to create a
Showed me how to do it.
That's right. So then we're going to come in here and we're going to say,
Was it
okay,
a crack on my age, by the way?
well, we're not too far apart here, so, but you do have a great beard. So where is this going? Where is this going? I'm going to go to Facebook with it. My hashtag, I'm going to say 55 plus is my hashtag. Okay. So now when a lead comes in using this squeeze page, it's going to tag 55 plus, and that way I can track and monitor where the leads are coming from. Cover photo. I'm going to go rando. I could go highest price. I could use a specific one. Now, don't lose sight of this. This is important. How many properties can they look at before they have to register with you? So permission marketing, we're giving something of value in exchange for their information. So in this case, I've done A/B testing on this, and I recommend you all do the same. I'm going to say 5. So I'm going to give away 5. We're going to get them addicted to it, and then we're going to force them to register. Okay, so I have 3 cities that I've chosen. I didn't pay attention to the specifics of the property, but I did single family, condo, and townhome. I'm doing over 55. I'm going to go to Facebook with it. I have my hashtag in. We're going to look at the highest price listing first. We're going to see 5 properties. So now I'm going to generate the link. There's 2 different links here. Why are there 2 different links? I never thought you'd ask. This long link takes you right to the page that was just created. The shorter link, it takes an extra second, but it's better to post on social because you don't have this long address. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the 2 boxes. I've copied it. So now I'm going to go up here. I'll paste it in. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. So now I have 72 results. Who is that? I have 72 results. And how can I use this? You know, these are just the 55 and over listings. if you're a specialist in this, if you're specializing in over 55 properties, now you can take and post on social with this. If you have an inbound lead that's saying, look, I only want over 55 properties, well, now you just built a squeeze page that you can market to over 55. You can send to someone looking for these specific type of properties. The interesting thing is that it didn't show any up in Auburn, even though we chose the Auburn area. It has Sun City, Roseville, and Sun City, Lincoln. I did this intentionally just to show you how this thing works, okay? The other thing I want to point out is that this page is digitally branded under my footprint. It has my name, my phone number, my social. You can connect directly with my Zoom channel, this call that we're on right now. And then when you take and click into these and view the details, it's the same look and feel. It's digitally branded. There's my mugshot there. And in this same space, if they want to see a request a showing, all the links are right there. Print the flyer, share on Facebook, all of it's right there. It's completely branded under your digital footprint, and every single property that's listed, every 75 plus, you have that same capability with each one of them. So it's a great marketing tool.
Real quick, Alex, when you build a squeeze page like this and it just gets out there, it has an evergreen approach. So the more you build, the more nets you have out there to capture. But go onto your main page, KV Core. When someone looks at a property, see how it alerts you in the main page. So each morning when you guys get up, you'll see like Ronnie,
That's your dashboard, yeah.
one of his guys, looked at a property this morning, more than likely from some action he's doing.
Yeah, so good point. I'm glad you brought that up, because all of this activity you see going on is a direct result of my KV Core activities. All these people are looking at properties, viewing market reports. I viewed the market report. I viewed it because I did my video this morning. So it recorded, I'm in my own database, and it recorded that I viewed my video. So that is a multi-property squeeze page. So I'm at my dashboard. I'm going to go back to my lead engine. I'm going to go to the direct link for the squeeze page. And then you have the different, so let's do this real quick. So the history right here. So now the history of the squeeze page, you can see my multifamily that I built, and it's there. Okay. So let's look at a single property squeeze page. To do a single property, I'd have to have an address or an MLS number, and it would pull it up. I haven't captured one. Let's go back and do this. Let's look at, let's go in here. So let's look at, these are all the listings for EXP in Roseville. So let's just choose one.
124 Center Street.
So I'm just going to copy this address. And I'll go back to my lead engine squeeze page. I'm going to go single property. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to paste the address in there, and you see how it finds the property? There are cases, guys, when you go to do the squeeze pages where it's not going to find the property. Happens a lot with mobile home properties because they don't get populated in. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put it on Facebook again. Hashtag, I'll just do Facebook. You can see I have the hashtag already in. And the default, I'll go with 5 again. And I'm going to generate. I'm going to copy it. All right, you can see it's the same page. So when you're in your listings, looking at the property listing links, they're the same as a single property. It's just a different way to get there, okay? Seller squeeze page, you can go in and post this. And really what it is your seller link on your page. So it's this link right here. And that's what shows up. So my best advice to everybody here is just to go in and time block some obviously time to go in and just play with them. Just go in there, create squeeze pages, and see what the different results are that you can get.
If I might interject a thought.
Yep.
I don't think I'd be the only one that wonders what value our websites are. We don't typically have websites where we draw millions of visitors.
Yeah.
Here we have a means of making our website valuable.
That's right.
Finally, because what you're doing is you're putting enough out there where it's not your website that's drawing the people, it's the squeeze pages, the landing pages, the Facebook ads, the marketing that you're doing brings them back to pages within your website. So finally, we see the value of our website at the same time that we use this.
Yes, yes, yeah, great point. I don't have a whole lot of people going to my website. It's not a page that people really are searching for. But when you go and create these squeeze pages and you put them out to the universe, like we could do another, let's do another example of a multi-property squeeze page. And let's go for Roseville.
You have something you want to actually post out there real quick while we're doing this?
Sure. Let's do Sacramento. We're going to do Sacramento area. Listing type, we're going to go single family. I'm not going to get specific about the details of the property, but I'm going to go down here and just look at open houses. So John, we're going to do an open house squeeze page, and we're going to offer something of value out there to our Facebook community to say, hey, here's all of the open houses in the Sacramento market. If you want a private tour of any of these houses, contact me directly.
Great idea.
Would that be powerful?
Call to action, yeah.
I like it. So we're going to put this out there into Facebook land. We're going to go open house. The cover, I'm going to go with random. Views, I'm going to go, let's go 5. And we're going to generate this link. So what we just did was we put together a specific page to my website. You can do it for your website. And these are all the open houses in Sacramento. So we'll go in and we'll paste that in. $138. I don't know how many listings are in Sacramento right now, but that's a full day right there. So if you're using this to create a property tour for a buyer, then you would go in and put in bedroom, bathroom count and really kind of tighten it up just to specific properties. But here, I'll post this out on Facebook and say, if you're interested in spending your weekend looking at open houses or whatever you want to do, Tom Costello probably has the best verbiage that you could come up with. This is a way that you can use this. You know, one thing I do is I create a squeeze pages of short sales and foreclosure listings in our Quad County area. I choose the 4 counties, short sales and foreclosures, and say, if you're looking for a distressed property listing, here they are. And the thing about these pages, guys, is that once you create them, they're evergreen, meaning that they're constantly updated. So one thing I say is I've built this squeeze page that updates in real time so that you can continually search for the most current listing information. And so in here, we can go in and look at 5 properties. After the 5th property, they're forced to register. So that's how you create it. The intent is to capture information. And when you're capturing information, you're getting people to give you permission. Okay. And I think today the new laws go into effect, guys. The 24th of January, cold calling and spam emailing. I believe the fine is $500 to $1,500 per incident if you're going to go out there and spam and someone turns you in and says, hey, I didn't give them permission. That's why this is so important right now, because we're getting people to give us permission. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. Now, let's shift gears. So with these squeeze pages, I'll tell you, I get 15 to 20 inbounds a week. And I go out, I post them to Craigslist, they're on my Facebook, they're on my Google business page. I have these leads coming in. Speed to lead, guys. You know, we'll say it throughout this entire 12-week series. You generate the lead, you got to be on it. You got to call them right away. Speed to lead. Matt Smith, he was out there. I don't know what the stat was off the top of my head, but it's, you know, you could see if you call them within 30 seconds, within a minute, an hour the next day, you know, the likelihood of conversing with that lead goes down exponentially. Now, once you generate the lead, John, what's our intent? You know, when that lead comes in, am I going right for the close?
The intent is to make a connection, and one of the things that I've heard is before you make a sale, you're gonna make friends. So what I was smirking about was when you talk about speed to lead, it's everything to respond so quickly that they come back, wow, I'm thank you so much for getting right back to me.
Yeah.
We've had those experiences. Then you know you're connecting and they're listening.
Yeah. So that's what's most important here. We're not going for an immediate close. The squeeze page is meant to
Build
put
relationship.
information out there that's valuable. And then in exchange for that valuable information, you're giving them the opportunity to view, in my case, 5 properties, and then they come back and register and give me permission. So that's what we're all about. Once you got the permission, these leads are exclusively yours once you originate them. Unlike some of these third-party listing lead services that we subscribe to, where you don't know how many other agents are getting this lead, these are exclusively yours. It's up to you at that point. Speed to lead, build a relationship, and that's what you do with this platform. So we're right at 30 minutes. That's what I have for you guys today as far as our content. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and then we'll start it back and we'll go into question and answer. So bear with me just a second.